Hello guys, welcome to the first Horizon 3 video on this channel. I thought that we'd start off this amazing game by investigating a question I've had before the game even came out. And that's, do the wide body kits affect your car's performance in any way? To start the investigation, I had to pick a car. I wanted one with several kits to play around with, and something that was a bit slow, and that was basically left me with the Fairlady, the 1969 Fairlady Z. The car had the choice of the Forza kit and the one from Rocket Bunny, and I found it really interesting that they dropped the PI, both of the kits. They dropped the PI of the car dramatically for no reason. The kits didn't add that much weight. But besides the kits, I would only be throwing on the fattest tires I could with each kit into the 3.2 i6. For the stock kit, the tire size wasn't that impressive. Only 225s and 235s on the front and back respectively. And with all the parts on the car, it was only a middle of the road C class. Not great, not bad, it's just average. For the circuit for testing, I just wanted something slow but flowing and fast at the same time. And so I went and found a nice track in Byron Bay. It's called the East Suburbs Circuit. I enjoy this track a lot in higher class cars. I've set good leaderboard times, and I thought that this would help me out when I was driving a slower C-Class car. So how these tests were going to work is I'm going to throw each of these cars through 10 flying laps through the course, and I would average the times out to hopefully give you guys a good idea what the Joe average player like myself would be able to achieve with these cars. I found out this car, in general's biggest problem at the first hairpin. When I got onto the brakes, you could see the whole car lurch forward due to the soft suspension. Another small problem I found, not with the car, but with myself, was the fast corners at the bottom of the hill. It was very easy to get overconfident and then run off of the track, like I just perfectly showcased. The Fairlady was actually kind of scary to drive without a kit. You had to treat the controls like they were made of glass. Be nice and gentle to try and get the tires to not break free and start to drift and slide. Speaking of sliding, the slides that you would get into were very, very, very controllable. But once again, if you got a little bit too aggressive with the steering, you were going to fly off the track. Once I got a hang of the driving style that the Fairlady needed to be able to succeed with it, I was able to put in some decent lap times. I was having a lot of fun sliding the car around and trying to get those impressive lap times that were needed for this test. The Forza wide body kit impressed me a bit. The kit itself added some subtle wide body flares I personally liked, but the front end that Forza gave us for that kit looks absolutely atrocious. It kind of ruins the whole aesthetic for me. I was actually able to slap 255s on the front of this car and 265s on the rear. That's a definitely respectable size for a mid C-Class car. And on the track, I actually had a bit of trouble getting used to it. There was so much grippier than the stock kit, and I believe that I overestimated the amount of grip that the car had, and that resulted in me getting into a bit of trouble on several occasions. The grip was still amazing compared to the stock, but I still found myself sliding the car around at some slow sections. I could definitely be more aggressive in the turns with the amount of extra grip that the bigger tires gave me through the corners, which in the end allowed me to put in some very impressive laps. My biggest problem with this kit and car, once again, was the suspension. It was very soft, which didn't help under brakes. It got all unhappy, and it threw me off at a couple of things. The Rocket Bunny kit for this car, along with looking fantastic, allowed me to fit the widest tires I've seen on a C-Class car in Forza Horizon 3, 285s on the rear of the Fairlady with 265s on the front. On the course, once again, it took a bit of getting used to. I definitely had more grip than the Forza kit, but not as much as I was expecting, so I definitely hit the wall, spun around, that type of stuff on the first few of these laps. By lap 4, I had the first section down. I figured out how much speed I could take through that first hairpin without getting that little bit of a slide on exit and that tricky middle bit at the bottom of the hill. It was just had to be light on the throttle and make sure I turned in as early as possible to find the fastest line possible. Also, just a side note, the last corner of this circuit was arguably the most important. The checkpoint allows you to cut the road just a bit, and it allows you to get a mega run up to the finish line, and in turn allows you to get a big run up to the first corner. By the end of the 10 laps, the car with the Rocket Bunny kit was putting in very competitive leaderboard times. In fact, the last lap of 59.9 was a top 100 leaderboard time at the time of recording this. With good suspension, weight reduction, and a bit more power and a good tune, the Fair Lady was actually able to put in a damn near top 10 leaderboard time. After looking through the footage and getting all the times and then averaging them all out, the results weren't necessarily surprising to me, but what was surprising was the amount of time that these body kits saved you on the track. The stock average time was a 103.603, and then through to the Rocket Bunny kit with an average time of 1 minute 1 second 0.4041. I am sorry. That is impressive. That is over 2 seconds just from putting a wide body kit on. Of course, you got those fatter tires, but with the wide body kit, you were allowed to throw those fat tires on. Forza wouldn't allow you to throw 285s on the back of the Fair Lady if you didn't have the Rocket Bunny kit. The Forza kit, it took off nearly a whole 2 seconds, which is still very, very respectable. And with the PI, it might be your best bet to go with the Forza kit with this car. I'm not entirely sure. Just by looking at these numbers, it is very easy to tell that my question was definitely answered by these tests, that the wide body kits do in fact help the car's performance by being able to allow for fatter tires on the front and rear of the car, which helps give it more cornering grip. If you guys liked videos like this, you want to see me do another investigation, I will definitely be posting more Horizon 3. If you guys enjoyed it, leave a like on the video. I would love to see your feedback in the comment section and any other tips and tricks that you might have for me in the game. I would love to hear them down in the comment section. And if you liked, just go ahead and hit that subscribe button, and I will definitely have more Forza content coming. Hope you guys have a great day.